Hey guys, Aaron here. I'm going to start this manual conversion. I guess I'm just going to jump in. What the heck? What do I have to lose? It's just a Ferrari F430. This is a 2005 F1. We're going to a manual conversion. This is going to be part 3 of my video series. If you noticed, this is pretty recent. Today is January 1st, 2026. I'm skipping video 2, saving a place there. I'm going to come back and make a video for part 2 that shows you some tools and things you're going to want to buy ahead of time. I don't know what they are yet. I guess I'm going to run into them as I go. But for you guys, you can order some stuff ahead of time and save whatever future issues I'm going to run into. Save yourself some time, hopefully. When I ordered this, I got a PDF that is, 101 pages from Cambio Manuele. So I am going to start following their procedures, and I'm gonna, I guess, do it in the order that they recommend. What do I have to lose? Here is all of the stuff. So PDF number 1 is for a 360 or a 430, and then there is an addendum, a second PDF for the 430, because the 430 has an EDIF where the 360 does not. And some other differences. So I'll need both. All right, one other thing you really need to know ahead of time before you do this is if you have a newer or later model one of these cars. So you can see up here where I'm magnifying in, this is where your clutch pedal master cylinder will come through. Now, if you have an earlier car like me, that is pre-drilled from the factory, and there is just a plate on the other side that we will remove, and we can slide that into it. If you have a newer model one of these, you're gonna have to drill that out yourself or remove all of this crap and send it to Cambio Manuele, and they will send you one that is already drilled in. I think it is a giant pain in the arse to do that. I'm glad that I don't have to do that. If you do have to do that, make a video of it. Send it to me. I'll add it as an addendum to all of this fun stuff. But you can easily check right under your dash and see if that's your case or not. So the first preparatory steps they tell you to do are to remove, or at least unbolt, the seats and remove the carpet from the back here so that you can remove the center console, and also to put it in neutral and unplug the battery. So you need the battery in to be able to move the seats back and forth to get them out. I have a separate video on that, so I'll put a link up here on how to remove the seats, so I won't film that again. That's pretty easy to do though, but I will put the key in and make sure it is in neutral before I unplug my battery. The thing I have to figure out is you usually kind of want to do this off a lift because you can't open the door all the way to get access to getting all of that stuff out. But after you get the seats out, then it's hard to get it back up there for me because I have these speed humps that I drive on to give myself enough room to get my lift handles under there. So typically you just slide it back to make room back here, do all that stuff, and then push it back forward. So I'm probably gonna have to get some help getting it pushed back up on there, but I think I will slide it back for now to give myself room to open all the doors and take all the interior stuff out as my first step. And then once I have all of that out, I should be able to put it back on the lift and do the rest of the steps. Pull both handles in. We are now in neutral. All right, I just let her slide down off the lift. Now I'm gonna remove the seats. Cliff's Notes is 8mm. Move the seat all the way forward, take the 2 bolts off in the back, move it back, slide these little things off, 8mm in the front, remove these 2 bolts, get this guy off. That's all there is. Seat's loose. Then you can pull it out here, reach under it, pop out this little cap, tabs holding it in, like that guy. And then a 17 millimeter to unbolt the seatbelt. Again, this is the Cliff's Notes on seat removal because I have that whole video on it, but you can see these are stacked up like this on that side. All right, so this electrical connector down here, you can actually grab this, pull it up and away from here, and then pull it down to disconnect them. All right, the next thing I'm gonna do is remove the center console stuff here. All right, so I have this big speaker set up on mine. I don't know how to get these things out. I'm trying to pull this panel off. I'm undoing the two bolts that are down in the corners. This one was a 4 millimeter hex and is really long. This one was a Phillips and is really short. Very interesting. Try to pull this carpet off. See if I can figure out how to get behind my speakers. All right, holy crap, I got that thing out, finally. If you have one of these things, I don't know if this is custom build guy or if it's other people buy them for these cars, but it's got 3 inputs, black and red going to the outside. It's got 2 10 millimeter bolts coming through the middle. So the way you have to remove it is unscrew the screws holding on the center speaker, pop it out, disconnect the wiring going to it. Then you can reach the 2 bolts to undo and then take that thing out. It's freaking heavy. It looks like there's factory mounting plates here, or they look factory. I don't know what's normally there. What's in your F430? I've never seen these speakers before in anybody else's pictures. So yeah, here's my 3 audio lines coming in. Now I can finish removing 2 more bolts. Looks like they are 4 millimeters from the top, and pull these little carpets out. All right, get this guy, get his washer out there with him. And one more. All right, the top 2 are the same length. The one on the bottom right was super long, and pretty sure this one was not factory because, well, the one on the other side in this location was missing, so who knows, maybe that is factory. Let me know. Now, this little guy should just lift right out. Ta-da! Little sound deadening back there. And we got a bunch of fun ECUs. All right, guys, I got the center console out. I made a separate video on that. Check out the link up here if you need to watch the details on how you get this thing out. All right, before we go any further, I need to vacuum this because it's driving me crazy. All right, I'll do another thorough cleaning again before putting everything back together, but it's much more respectable and better now. I can carry on. All right, well, vacuuming, I found this cool looking bolt sitting back here on the floor. Not sure what this goes to. All right, so this center carpet up here we're going to remove as well. 2 more Phillips screws, 1 on each corner. So let me go ahead and remove these. All right, we removed those. Now this should pop right off. Yes, it does. All right, now that we have all of this removed, we should be able to see, yes, if I zoom in down here, that little black plug is where our shift cables go through for manuals. All right, I think we are done with our interior prep. That's gonna be it for this video. Thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully it was helpful. If you're doing this job, it was definitely helpful, so please give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment below if you don't mind. Helps the channel, helps me keep making this content, and I will see you guys on part 4, I think, of this video series on the F1 conversion.